Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to back test and find trades. Okay, the title may have been a little bit misleading, but I don't want you guys to have this quick, fast money mindset. You guys need to learn how to actually find trades. Now, I see people, using all these indicators and all this stuff. I'm going to show you guys how you guys need to mark up. And if you're not back testing exactly the way I show, then you're not going to grow as an actual Wyckoff trader. Yes, you can use liquidity and stuff, but just drawing some random boxes and not using the proper risk to reward is not going to help you be a long-term trader. So I want you to pay attention very carefully on how I backtest. Now, if you're not in my academy, I would definitely recommend joining. But if you don't, really copy what I'm doing here and practice doing 25 backtests a week. So all that is finding 3 examples a day. So today is exactly how I find an example. Now, this particular example, as you notice, it's on a lower time frame and it's at the top of this range. Okay, it's a 6-minute, but even if I switch to the 1 minute, the 1 hour, it's still at the top. So if I'm going to be backtesting for distros, you may not recognize what this looks like when you're on a higher time frame. So make sure you take time to go through all the time frames. And I actually think this looks clean on the 6-minute instead of the 5. So another thing is you don't want to go through just the basic time frames. You want to actually type in 6, enter, 7, enter, 8, enter, and change all the time frames. Now that's out the way, let's get started. Okay, so first thing I noticed, you guys, is the unhealthy price action. So that's where I drew my imbalance box and I noticed that it went in. So I already know that this is a distribution. If you're looking, at 3 drives up and you want to call this a U-tab, but your entry, there's no entry that makes sense, then there's no point. So major key number 1 is to read from right to left, because you can always interpret, high, low, UTAD, UTAD, UTBC, whatever. But if there's no entry, there's not even any point. So the first thing I want to do is start with my UTAD. Now, this is actually lower than this. So this will be my UTAD. And this is going to be my test. Now, this is what I call a type 1 of a different type of distribution that's in the Wyckoff book. Okay, so if you want this exact example, it's a private schematic that I have within my academy. I do have an extra separate, more in detailed, advanced style of schematics in my academy that's only available to my academy. As a resource, I do not post it publicly. So if you want access to that so you can have a bigger opportunity to recognize schematics and make money, you have to join the academy. So this is going to be my UT. Now, before I do my BC, which I think could be here, right? I'm going to do a cheat code. If my trading range aligns with my entry, that schematic is high probable. High probable, you guys. Okay. So let's just get this a little bit more exact. So the body's here. So you want to make sure we're at the complete fill. Okay, awesome. So in this example, I think I might actually have to drop to the 5, is it? Nope, it's still a 6-minute. So in this example, I'm going to use this body right here. And that's our trading range alignment. So I don't know if you can see right here. Let me zoom in. Okay, so this body right here is going to be our buying climax. So I'm going to put it here, but I'm actually talking about the body. When I do schematics, I'm going to have body schematics or wick schematics. So this is going to be a body. So I'm actually talking about this is a body, and this would be the AR. Now this is going to be more available or more clear on a lower time frame. Okay, so then it would be up here, more your buying climax and AR. But this retracement, remember, if you switch time frames, it's always going to be a little bit confusing and subjective. So just stick to one time frame and know what you're really looking for and recognizing. So I just know that I'm recognizing this as a climax and an automatic reaction. So I'm not going to waste too much time struggling on perfect time frame. I want to find a time frame that's going to look good for the majority of the setup. Okay, awesome. So after that, I have my MSAO. Now, with this, we actually have our MSAL closer to phase A, closer to your first change of character. Again, this is a private training if you guys want it. And we actually have 4 drives up that are very noticeable, including your PS, BC, UT, and UTAD. Now, your PSY should be between your BC and your AR, you guys. A lot of people are labeling something like this or something like this, and it also shouldn't be its own structure. Guys, I go over in detail so much in my academy. It's definitely worth it if you really want to understand how to actually just make money and stop interpreting schematics as, you know, random places that you decide to put labels on. Okay, so rule that you're writing down because you're taking notes: PSY needs to be between your BC and your AR. Okay, so now we have the schematic. Now we have this migration block, okay, again, in the schematic. It's going to be, I'll just make it an imbalance box and label it MB. Okay, and then this is our major sign of weakness. This takes out all of this, right? Liquidity comes down lower than your minor sign of weakness. And this, I just call it a regular SAL. I just call it MSAL minor and SAL regular sign of weakness. And then last is our risk to reward. And if it's not a 1 to 10, then I do not care. You guys, again, if it comes to back testing, you need to practice marking up 1 to 10s to experience 1 to 10s. I know I've seen comments before saying, oh, there's no way she gets 1 to 10s. Guys, all I do is 1 to 10. So someone can't tell you that you do 10 push-ups a day when you do 10 push-ups a day, right? It's something that you practice and practice and practice. So I think my stop loss for this is actually, it's here at a 3. 3 is my minimum. So I know the stop loss is about an 8.5. I mean, take profits about an 8.5. I'm pretty sure. It's showing as a 9. There we go, 927. Okay, so I'm always gonna do, when price goes up into my entry, I'm always gonna match the first low. So I'm not gonna choose any low down here, over here, and stretch it. It's always, the SAL is gonna be your take profit. I think that's the best way to put it, if it's able to. Sometimes you have to use shorter, like up here, or sometimes longer, but you still wanna use something that would be decently close. Okay, so hopefully you guys got value. You guys, if you have any questions about backtesting, drop in the chat. I want to hear questions about backtesting, how you can backtest better, how you can start practicing this, what resources you guys need in terms of Wyckoff book. I have the free general Wyckoff book by Ruben. Link is in bio. Screenshot this, and if you actually practice something like this and mark it up to my standard, send it in the free group chat and tag me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.